How did you make your nasty teacher regret their actions? My art teacher, Mrs. Chen, absolutely despised that I drew manga characters instead of her boring still life assignments. Every class she'd walk around critiquing everyone's work, but when she got to my desk, she'd make this disgusted face like I was drawing garbage. She started small at first. Little comments like, "This isn't real art," or "You need to focus on fundamentals." But it escalated quickly when other kids started asking me to draw their favorite anime characters during lunch. Mrs. Chen called me to her desk one day and said if I kept drawing cartoons in her class, she'd fail me for the semester. I tried explaining that manga was a legitimate art form in Japan, but she cut me off saying we weren't in Japan and I needed to grow up. The breaking point came when she assigned us to create family portraits for the big school art show. All the parents would be there, plus the school board and local newspaper. It was supposed to showcase our best work. I spent 3 weeks perfecting this incredible manga-style family portrait. My little sister was a magical girl with glowing powers. My dad was a samurai warrior. My mom was an elegant princess. And I drew myself as the artist, bringing them all to life. The detail work was insane. Every fold in their clothes, every strand of hair perfectly shaded. I was so proud when I turned it in. Mrs. Chen took one look, grabbed it with both hands, and tore it clean in half right in front of the entire class. "This garbage doesn't belong in our show," she announced loud enough for everyone to hear. "Draw something normal or get a 0 for the entire semester." I sat there staring at my destroyed artwork scattered on the floor. 3 weeks of work, gone. Some kids were snickering, others looked uncomfortable, but nobody said anything. I went home that night and taped the pieces back together, crying over every ripped line. Then I started over with the most boring traditional family portrait you could imagine. Just basic pencil sketches with zero personality. The night of the art show arrived. The school gallery was packed with parents admiring all the displayed artwork. Mine wasn't there, of course. Mrs. Chen had hung up literally everyone else's work except mine. I was standing in the corner feeling invisible when my older brother Jake showed up. He's a tattoo artist who owns his own shop downtown. He noticed me looking miserable and asked what was wrong. I showed him my torn drawing that I'd brought along. Jake studied it carefully, running his fingers over the tape marks. "Who did this to your art?" he asked quietly. I told him everything about the constant criticism, the threats to fail me, and how she destroyed my best work. Jake just nodded and said, "Bring me to this teacher." We found Mrs. Chen surrounded by parents, bragging about her teaching methods and how she was molding young artists with proper fundamentals. She was dismissing modern cartoon styles as worthless distractions from real artistic development. Jake walked up and introduced himself as a local professional artist who was interested in seeing student work. Mrs. Chen immediately perked up and started showing off her favorite pieces. "I have to maintain high standards," she explained. "These children need to learn classical techniques before they can even think about contemporary nonsense." That's when Jake pulled out his phone. His Instagram account had over 200,000 followers, all admiring his incredible anime-inspired tattoo designs. He showed her piece after piece of his professional work. Then he held up my torn drawing. "You destroyed this masterpiece because you don't understand contemporary art forms," he said loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. "This kid has more natural talent and technical skill than half your graduating seniors." Mrs. Chen's face went completely white as more parents gathered around to look at my work on his phone. The principal appeared, drawn by the growing crowd. "This teacher is stifling artistic growth and destroying student confidence," Jake continued. "In my professional opinion, this child should be encouraged, not torn down." The principal asked to see the torn artwork. Other parents started murmuring about artistic suppression and outdated teaching methods. Someone mentioned calling the local newspaper. Mrs. Chen tried to defend herself, but it was too late. The damage was done. She got transferred to elementary school the next semester, where she couldn't crush any more teenage dreams, and I got to display my taped-together masterpiece in the main hallway for the rest of the year.